We all know that cooking healthy meals is what makes it possible for us to eat well and feel great on a daily basis. But that can be really tricky if you don't have your kitchen set up properly, making it a little bit more challenging, more resistance for you to easily put together a meal in minutes. You may not even realize it now, but you may not even realize this right now, but that could be what's making cooking healthy meals feel a little bit more challenging. So with a few simple tweaks, the setup of your kitchen can completely change the way that you feel in that environment and also how you feel about cooking. It'll make you more efficient with your time and also more enjoyable. I could talk for hours about this topic. I seriously geek out over organization and setting yourself up for success in your home, but especially in your kitchen. I even have an entire module in my method membership that breaks it down for each part of the kitchen. But in this video, I'm going to give you a few of my best tips that will make the biggest impact on your kitchen space, so be sure to check them out. Before we dive in, share with me below in the comments, do you ever feel like your kitchen could use a little bit of extra organizational love? Let me know. If we're just meeting for the first time, hey, I'm Mikkel Kawinga, registered dietitian, founder of Nutrition Stripped, and the creator of the Method membership, and I am so happy that you're here. I help you eat more plant-based whole foods on a daily basis in an easy, mindful, and enjoyable way. And today I'm going to share with you how you can make cooking healthy meals at home a little bit easier, a lot more enjoyable by setting yourself up for success in your kitchen. So step number 1, stock your kitchen pantry, fridge, and freezer. This sounds really simple, but so many people forget to stock their pantry, their fridge, and their freezer and be able to make healthy plant-based meals very easily. The best guideline I can give you to start is to have ingredients on hand each week that make up what I call the foundational 5. So really quick, the foundational 5 is my framework for creating a balanced meal, and it consists of protein, healthy fats, starchy carbohydrates, non-starchy carbohydrates, and what I love to call the flavor factor. When you make a meal, you want to make sure that you include all of these 5 elements in your meal. So making sure that you have those ingredients on hand is key. So for example, with protein, you'll want to have some tempeh or tofu or lentils in your fridge, along with nuts or seeds in your pantry. Now, nuts and seeds are also a great source of healthy fats, so they kind of double up with protein and healthy fat. You'll also want to have a variety of starchy carbohydrates like your quinoa, rice, oats, buckwheat, brown rice, potatoes, and then fill your fridge, of course, with plenty of those fresh veggies that are non-starchy carbohydrates like zucchini, red bell peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, all of your dark leafy greens. And finally, make sure that you have a variety of seasonings, homemade dressings, sauces, condiments that add a really nice flavor factor to your dish. You can learn more about the foundational 5 and some of the most common ingredients to use for each of these elements in my free guide. I'll share the link around this video so that you can download it and get all of the details. So step number 2 is to invest in a few kitchen essentials that are needed for most of your recipes. So once you've stocked your kitchen with all of these food items from the foundational 5, also take some inventory of your essential items. Now remember, cooking is such an important skill to develop, and it starts with having the right tools and the right equipment in your kitchen that make it so much easier for you to try the new recipes, to hone in on your cooking skills, and also to feel more comfortable overall with the kitchen. So there are so many things that you can get for your kitchen, and some will vary just depending on what you like to cook, but there are so many things you can get for your kitchen and stock up. And this will vary just depending on what you like to cook most, but I believe that there are a few items I think every kitchen can benefit from and that will really make your cooking a breeze. So the first one is a great high quality chef's knife and a cutting board. That is so important. Glass storage containers for storing all of your meal prepped items, a cookware set, a high quality blender, which is one of my favorites. Now, if you have some of those basic things, you'll be able to learn a few skills, and you'll be able to also make the most out of them and be able to create almost any meal using those utensils. The next step is to make your space as functional as possible, even if you have a small space. I remember when one of my members inside of the Method membership had such a big win, a big breakthrough, an aha moment with this. She shared that she lived in an apartment with a really small kitchen, and she was afraid that she wasn't really able to cook a lot, and so she wasn't cooking a lot because of that space. But after going through the lesson on how to organize her kitchen, she completely rearranged it and now has been cooking every single day. She had put her pots and her pans along with all of her food processor and equipment and juicer and a bottom cabinet. So every time that she wanted to get to those things, she had to pull them all out and then put them all back in. So all she did was find a few new places for those big equipment pieces, and now everything is really easily accessible to her, and she has that nice feng shui and that nice mise en place. So kitchen organization, again, is something that I really geek out about because I truly believe it can make such a big difference on the flow, the function, the energy of your kitchen. So to organize your kitchen, one of the best tips that I have to give to you is to make sure that all of the things that you use on a daily basis or that you would like to be using on a daily basis, like your pots, pans, blender, chef's knife, cutting board, everything that you have with your knife set is easily accessible in a place that you can easily pull it out for your prep station. So finally give your kitchen some love and actually make it a place that you want to spend time in. I personally love having fresh flowers in my kitchen as we are here right now. On the countertop, some beautiful plants all around. We also have a really big window that I keep open as much as possible to let fresh air in and also some natural sunlight come in. And most importantly, my husband Jesse and I clean up after each meal, and also we clean as we cook so that when we are eating the meal, we can just enjoy it. Now, all of these things are meant to help you in creating a more easy, efficient, and ultimately a more enjoyable experience in the kitchen as you're cooking. And remember, eating is part of our daily lives, multiple times a day. And if cooking can become a little bit more easy, a little bit more enjoyable for you, then you're gonna be much more likely to stick with that healthy eating habit. So let me know below, which of these 5 tips do you think you can put into practice this week? Be sure to download my free guide where I highlight a few of these tips along with dozens of tips, practices, tools, recipes, all to support you in making healthy eating so much easier and more enjoyable in your daily life. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications when I share new videos just like this. I'm also sharing a few other videos here for you that I think you're really going to like. I hope that you have a beautiful day, and remember, health is a daily practice.